Alright, I'm on YouTube. Let's see if I'm on Twitch. Man, I actually kind of wish I'd been streaming the last couple of minutes. I just had crazy luck on Night Rifles keys. It's kind of shocking. I was like, oh man, I better start streaming. No one's going to believe me. On my very first mob I killed. Very first. I got a Night Rifles key. Unbelievable. Now I just got a second key, so I've killed like less than a dozen mobs and have 2 Night Rifles keys? I don't know. It's luck. What can I say? Alright, Koi, looks like I'm going to be streaming now. Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream live from Wayfinder today, and it is time for the Night Revels. Thanks for joining me here on twitch.tv/DDO stream and youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. Yep, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. Give us a follow, subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, it'll show up in your subscription feed. If you're on Twitch, you'll be notified for when we go live with shows just like this one. And you can find our full schedule of shows. We have Sunday to Sunday here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Thanks for being here. We had a hot fix today. Some Night Revels tweaks, including up the key drop rate by about 20%. Also have a few bugs. You can find our hotfix notes in the service news thread about the hotfix. And the Night Revels is now live. Live now through November 8th. So through this weekend, through next weekend, getting shut off that next Monday morning. I understand that some folks in Europe are actually kind of an hour... How does that work now? Hour ahead? Hour behind? Hour behind. Or ahead. I don't know. They switched their clocks last weekend. We switch our clocks this weekend, so instead of GMT -5, it's what, GMT -4. Just for this week only. Special week-long time confusion bonus. Otherwise... So if you're joining us and you're in Europe and it's like, wait a second, it's not 5 o'clock. Well, it is noon Eastern, so what can I say? But we would love to hear your questions in chat, your comments in chat. Chat away. It's twitch.tv/DDO stream, along with YouTube, although we don't have a way to get the YouTube comments into our XSplit stream yet. I'm hoping that gets worked out pretty soon. Anyway, we are here running the Night Revels. I'm sure some of you, if you've seen our previews in recent weeks, you'll know a little bit more about what's going on here, but it is our seasonal holiday event, and it's a pretty fun one. Like I say, I've already got 2 Night Revels keys, so I am well prepared for this live stream. But nonetheless, I'm just going to wander around for a little bit anyway, just to show you and do easy stuff while I'm talking. Fire the Dragon Leader wants to know why the ingredients disappear near the end of the year. That is a deliberate design choice for this time around. We're trying something a little bit different. The idea is that we've lowered the cost. You know, the cost for getting things is quite easy, at least for some stuff in the Night Revels Festival, so you don't really need to stockpile, although I understand folks who would like to be able to stockpile their ingredients year over year. Like I say, we're trying something different. So, yes, the ingredients will disappear around the end of the year. Basically, whatever patch we have towards the end of the year, early next year. Something like that. And we'll announce it before the stuff goes away. And you'll probably see it on the money as well. Jaren Aron says the drop rate needs to... Whoa. Oh no. No. That sucks ores. That's interesting. Oh, do I even have one? I don't think so. Thank you. Alright, sorry. Let me get back to the chat here. The random number generator is shining upon me. Yeah, I'm taking your random numbers there, Draculetta. So if you're not getting any keys today, that's why. Yeah. Let's see. The key drop rate, Jay Renarin says, didn't need to be increased, just the rate in parties. The rate in parties is actually pretty high. So, I'm not quite sure what you mean there, although I appreciate the feedback. But the rate in parties is actually pretty high. If you, we talked about this a little bit on Friday, but if you tag a mob, if you kill a mob, you have a percentage increase. If you're in a group that kills a mob, you have a percentage to get a drop rate. So overall, the drop rate of keys and chocolates is pretty generous, and particularly if you're in a group. And really, it's the same setup that existed for the Maybar Festival in terms, or the most recent version of the Maybar Festival, in terms of how sort of drops are assigned. Let's see. I was wanting you to change destinies to give melee and ranged power instead of just melee power, because it is unfair that they only give melee while range could use those destinies also. That's something that's been discussed. I don't know that we have anything to announce there, but it's something that we have certainly heard that feedback, and it's finding ways to increase ranged power is something that is on our agenda. Yep. Congrats, Titan, on getting the antique great axe. So, if your experience was that in a group you were getting less keys, that may just be that one particular experience. You typically shouldn't be seeing that as opposed to running solo, because, well, I mean, it depends on how many mobs you kill, right? So the reason groups would generally see a better drop rate on things is that they have the ability to kill more mobs typically as a group. So you're going to kill more mobs over a certain given period of time as if you're grouping together than you would if you were going in solo. But the actual percentage doesn't change whether you're in a group or not. It's just simply a matter of you have more chances to hit the right numbers, so to speak. Well, actually, that's not entirely true, right? Because if you're soloing, you're not going to have the percentage chance that you would get just for someone in your group making the kill. So, but for the most part, that's a pretty low percent. So for the most part, it should be about the same. Although groups are favored just as they were for Maybar, because you're going to have a higher kill rate. You want your dragon fight back? Sorry. I appreciate the folks who enjoyed the Maybar Festival. I guess we talked a whole bunch about Maybar over the years. I don't know that we need to rehash that, but cool. Yeah. If you want to drop the coupon in Twitch chat, that'd be awesome. Yep. We were a little behind on getting our coupon out for the new Night Revels event, but as of now, we have a brand new coupon for 4 free keys, and Delero's going to post that up in our Night Revels guide. It's also going to be in the announcement thread as soon as we can get to it, and we may even drop it in Twitch chat here if we can. So. Isn't it annoying to have to use Death Frenzy each minute instead of it being a toggle? I have to admit, I kind of would not mind if it was a toggle. I do tend to get a little sick of pushing that button. Although that would mean you'd automatically lose 20 hit points every minute, even if you didn't want to. So there is some importance to have that granularity. You know, I hate to die because I didn't untoggle Death Frenzy. Because surely I've never done that. Hey Koi, how about you? Do you have a key? Okay, where did I put my... Oh, there it is. Okay. So U29 all on track. First build, question mark. Lamania timeline, question mark. It is on track. We have not actually gotten to the point of... Well, I mean, there's basically a daily build in DDO. So in terms of first build, there really isn't a... Now is the first build of Update 29. I suppose technically you could say maybe yesterday's build was that. Because we're done with the hotfix here. But it's sort of a little more iterative than that overall. But yes, in terms of general, is it on track? Yeah, we're well underway with the development of it now that the hotfix is out of the way. We're working on Epic Shroud, Epic Green Seal, Cane of Crafting, random loot, level cap increase. Cool. Yeah, Severlin did make a post on the forums yesterday just basically saying, hey, you know, if you plan to do a lot of TRs, then you might want to do that while the level cap's 28 instead of 30 to save yourself some time. If you want to call that a warning, you can, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm inside, although it was fine if you wanted to get your stuff back. But we should be okay here. A pale woman? Chanting? What is this nonsense? Don't go into the basement.
The sound of ravenous groans from behind the door sets your nerves on edge.
Great, thank you.
Desiccated corpses collapse with a sickening
Oh, where's my ghost bane? I've got something. Where did I put it? No, it's the feeding one. There we go. There's my ghost bane. So, no, I mean, you know, when, just like I mean, it's been a while since we had a level cap increase, right? But just like when we always do with a level cap increase, things that depend on you being capped to be able to do them go up as well. So, yes, the TR, you will need to be level capped to TR. Epic TR, that is. And since the Epic level cap is going up to 30, that means you'll need to be level 30 in order to Epic True Reincarnate. When level 30 is available. Like I said, it's been quite a while since we had that scenario in-game, but sort of the standard operating procedure.
Delay has been slain.
But yes, heroic to reincarnation will not change. You know, that's still going to be level 20, just as it always was. Nope, wrong one. There we go. I don't suppose you have true seeing. Alright.
As you strike the mortal blow.
Boom. Love the XP in the first time of these. Yeah, I'm doing Haverdash right now. Technical 13, if we need to clarify that we're talking about Epic True Reincarnation at level cap of 30, we'll do that. So, let's see. So the way that Mortal Fear change got out was kind of unfortunate. Severlin was going to put it in a post, but ended up, instead of quoting somebody, he ended up editing someone's post. So it shows up, unfortunately, as someone else's post other than his, even though he's the one that actually did the typing on it. So I actually just talked to him a little bit about it before we went on the air here. We are gonna separate that out because we need to, just to prevent confusion. So sorry about that. There we go. It scales down pretty significantly, just like all the challenges do, with subsequent completions. Yeah. Night Revel's items are all bound to account. I can't think of any exceptions to that. Maybe some of the Maybar stuff has unchanged, so is any of the Maybar bound to character? If that's the case, then the Maybar stuff stays bound to character. Why is the Elven Arcane Archer core enhancements going into epic levels? I don't know, they probably shouldn't. Did we fix the candy timers? Yes. The timer is as it is supposed to be, a 1 hour duration, 2 hour cooldown. Instead of a 5-minute duration, 10-minute cooldown as stated in the tooltip. So we fixed the tooltip for today's hotfix to clarify that it is 1 hour with a 2 hour downtime. Is Epic Tempest Spine still in the works? Yes. Should be coming with update 29. What is Epic Greensteel going to be named exactly? Probably something along the lines of Epic Greensteel. Someone's reporting that they're having an issue. They lost a few astral shards, or 30 astral shards. That's something we began looking at yesterday on the forums. We have been unable to locate the cause. Like, if, you know, we've been seeing those reports, and clearly that is something that we immediately sort of like, oh, let's make sure we look at that one. So we've been looking at it significantly since yesterday, but I've been unable to repro it. I know one person said that it may be related to using a free Fred respec that also respecs your enhancements, or that also causes your enhancement trees to be reset. So we tested that, and that wasn't, it didn't charge any astral shards, as it's not supposed to. So if it did for you, we really need to know more specifics. What exact quest were you, or what exact character combination do you have? Please file a bug report on it. That would be ddobugs.turbine.com. If you can provide, or PM me on the forums as well, because I'd like to actually get that information out as quick as I can. I passed along the information that we had in the forum thread yesterday to our QA team, and they did look at it, but like I said, we've been unable to actually encounter any situation where it's happening for us. So, and we even did, and we, like I said, we did test sort of one that would also flip out your enhancements as well. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it is something clearly that we want to correct if we can reproduce it. Otherwise, if you feel you have lost astral shards, please get in touch with our account support team, as you would with any kind of a purchased item. But any information you can provide would be great. And like I said, just PM me on the forums if you would like to, because I'd be interested in getting that information. Is the cake a lie? Well, I don't know if lie might be a strong word. Misleading? Could we make a cosmetic for arrows that look like lightning bolts when they are shot from the bow? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to guess that might be difficult. To make that reproduce well, that wouldn't also cause some performance issues. Just because the rate of fire of that is so much higher than what you're going to get for an actual lightning bolt. You'd have to worry about too many particle effects. Maybe. But I'm not a dev, so I'd have to ask them. So maybe you could. I don't believe our ranged spells sort of act like... I don't believe they're like ranged weapons behind the scenes. I don't think they're missile weapons. I could be wrong about that, though. I would have to check. We already have rune arm graphics? Well, you're right, we do have rune arm graphics. So maybe we could do it. I don't know. That'd be cool. Alright. Silence of the Hams vegan option? Yeah, I know what you mean. Beef the vegetarian's like, well... But see, I think it's just supposed to be... It's not actual ham on your face, it's just the name of it. So... I think, you know, technically you'd be okay. Beheading of the broccoli. I like it. I like it a lot. Night Revel's a good way to get Death Ward pots? That's interesting. You know, I have been hearing that if you are into sort of the What's the name of it? Ooh, I got a key. Cool. Not the coffee, the other one. Why is my brain just not playing along today? If you head into the orchard. Drought of Midnight, there we go. The Drought of Midnight heading into the orchard or Thunderholm is pretty good. So a couple of farming tips if you're into that. How about you, Koi? Have you picked up a key yet? Yeah, the gloomy potions are pretty cheap. I would think the infinite zombie horde in Haunted Halls of Evening Star would be better for farming with a drought. Might well be. I hadn't thought of that one, but yes, that does sound pretty appealing. If you're willing to just sort of sit there and kill zombies forever. Might be a bit dull, but... But hey man, whatever you're into, it's all good. If you glamour a return to sender, does a shuriken, for example, in-flight model look like it or just what's in your hand? That is a very good question. I don't know. I have not tried that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I would hope that it would retain the letterness when it leaves your hand, but I haven't actually tested it to see. This kind of sit-down animation is somewhat unfortunate. Oh, Koi says thrown weapons work like that, so if thrown weapons work like that, then it should be cool. It should show us the envelope. If it doesn't, let me know. Thanks. Cool. Koi tested it and said yes, it does work. Great. Can we talk a little more about gnomes? Technical 13 says. Still planning on doing both regular and deep gnomes? Question mark. Gnome hooked hammer coming with it. Probably not on the hooked hammer, at least I haven't heard of any plans for that. We are still planning on doing both the regular and the deep gnomes. I don't know whether they will debut at the same time or what the plan is, but that's something Sev has been saying, so we'll see. Okay, I jumped into Dalera's tomb while I was in a group. I was the only one who went into the tomb. When I came out, I was put in a different instance from the group. Why is that? The reason for that is is sort of technical, and that's the reason why we make you recall out of the Night Revel's quest rather than go through the exits. It has something to do with our tech for using the the doorway button. It'll put you into whatever base instance is there rather than a bandit instance. So that's why we did get that fixed for, say, the Night Revels quests. You know, you recall out and then you should be put into the right instance, but I don't think that would apply to Delira's Tomb as well. So for Delira's Tomb, you might need to double recall out and then pop back in on the correct level band. Can we get a sneak peek at gnomes? Not really. We do have. I know that there has been some artwork done in that, but we're not ready to share it yet. Sorry. Yeah, I would be curious. While I was saying that, I was like, what happens if you recall out rather than walk out of Delira's? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if we put that sort of instance, putting you in the correct instance for all recall out, or just recall out of the new Night Revels dungeons. I'd be curious to see the answer to that. But yes, technically, provided it worked for all recalls, then that's how you'd want to do it. Yeah, the folks who from the Players Council who visited, what was it, around the end of September, early October here, got a chance to take a look at some early gnome art. So ask them what it looks like. Will the gnome house of Eberron be added? That would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't think so, though. That's not in our plans, to add a new house. I think since we've been particularly focused on Eberron this year, we've had some people say, hey, are we ever getting back to the Forgotten Realms? So I think next year we are going to make an effort to make sure we get out some Forgotten Realms content. And creating a new house in Eberron would probably go against that idea, so probably not. Gnome Warlock, how does that sound? Probably somewhat nasally. Oh, I am right by the tomb. Yeah, I could do that. I suppose I could go in and double check. I need to pick up the quest, though. I'll do that when I get out. Gnomes dual-wielding great axes. That's a lot of, that might be too much blade for them to handle. After gnomes, you want your guild management system fixed. I don't know that we do have some demand for that. I don't know that I think we have enough demand to justify the large outlay of work that would be to just do extra guild rankings. Maybe. I think we have other priorities, at least for the foreseeable future that I can think of. I don't think we're going to be getting to that anytime soon. Sorry. Yeah, this is a good place to farm. Yes, Fire the Dragon Leader. The rank system change that is in the help thing doesn't work. That is correct. That's been the case for a long time now. Years. That was an attempt to do sort of multiple levels of guild ranking, and it didn't work very well. So we had to shut it off. And it never came back. But if we were to redo it, we would need to basically address the same problem that caused that to not work. And I don't think it's a trivial fix at all. Let's see. How much smaller than halflings are the gnomes generally? Not significantly smaller than halflings. I think they're kind of generally about the same size. Is the festival back today? Yes, that's what we are doing right now. And it's running through November 8th, so through this weekend, through next weekend, getting shut off the Monday after. Probably around 9, 10 in the morning Eastern. Where are the favor missing rewards priority-wise? There has been quite a bit of talk to look at favor. It's not... I don't want to commit to anything at this point about it. But it is something that we are aware of that people would like us to do, and it's something that there has been some talk about. I guess it's about the best I can answer to that one right now. Recalling from Delaras still puts you in the shared instance. Okay, well that would explain it then. So that would mean that it was a fix for the challenge, for the challenges for Night Revels, rather than, say, a holistic fix for all dungeons. That's unfortunate, but... Brightness and contrast controls don't work in the game. Will they be fixed anytime soon? They haven't worked since we fixed an issue where people were upping their gamma for Rainbow in the Dark, right? Or is this a pretty recent thing where they haven't started working? Or they stopped working? I don't know. I know most of the undead do not show up in the monster manual, but if you have unlocked zombie hit points, can you see their hit points in the Night Revels? Yes, you should be able to. Do Draughts of Midnight drop for monsters, or only purchasable with chocolate or turbine points? Draught is pronounced draft? Is that right? Alright, so a draft of midnight? No, they are only available through turbine points or ingredients purchases. They are not. They don't show up as drops. Do we have any plans to do anything this Halloween? No. My only plan this Halloween is to stop by the High Lords of Malkir's trivia event on Sarluna. And probably watch a metric ton of horror movies. This is my favorite time of the year. I love Halloween, and I love horror movies. So I'm going to probably marathon through a handful of my favorites, which would be things like Black Sabbath by Mario Bava, Shockwaves, let's see, Suspiria by Dario Argento, maybe Phenomena as well if I want to double dip into Dario. Probably rewatch It Follows, because that was one of my favorite recent ones that I've seen. For the fun side, I'll probably watch, I've got a Blu-ray of Phantom... What's it called? It's not Phantom of the Opera. It's Phantom of the Park? The old 70s musical one by... It's pretty funny. What's his name? That director. Brian De Palma. There we go. Phantom of the Paradise. That's the one I'm thinking of. Phantom of the Paradise. So that's probably what I'll do. Sit around, farm some Night Revels, watch those movies. Maybe have some trick-or-treaters over, stop by Sarlona for the High Lords, Malkir's event. The kid's not with me this Halloween, unfortunately, so won't be doing stuff with the kiddo. See, I always thought it was drought. I guess I didn't realize it was draft. So if it's draft, why don't they spell it draft, man? Stupid American, right? What can I say? So a draft of midnight. Yeah, see, this is America, and you being in Boston is called drought. But hey, I will defer to the Brits for it to be their word, and if they say it's draft, then darn it, it's draft. I still, though, will not use favor as F-A-V-O-U-R. I will stand firm. Have we been working on punching through our Draven Ale mug? Oh, I did raise it, and the universal opinion is, oh, that's a great idea. We should totally do that. It has not progressed further from that, but, you know, great ideas, when time permits, sometimes happen. So we'll have to see. But I think it's pretty universally considered to be an excellent idea. That's not very colorful with an OU. Nice. I approve. So I've got another key. I'd be up for running another dungeon. I don't know if you've picked up a key yet or not. See if I've got any extras. Oh, I've got 5. Okay, well, I can definitely spare one for you then. Yeah, I got plenty. Actually, I picked up 5, so I will get you one. Cool, let's pop into the quest up here then. Might as well while we're standing right next to it. Or this one here, Snitch of the Lich. Oh, actually, draft/drought is Germanic and Old Norse, then Middle English. So not only have I been an ignorant American in the way that I pronounce it, but I've also been wrong about its etymology. For that I do apologize. Do the red names in the graveyard drop anything unique? No, right? They do not. Would love to know the mechanic for key dropping. I know my melee clavers got tons more than the archer range types. So the way it works is when you meet a condition, there is a percentage chance for a key to show up for you. Those conditions include such things as, did you kill the monster? Did you first hit the monster? Did you last hit the monster? Are you in a party with someone that did any of those things? I could use a heal if you got one. And we don't typically get into percentages. And yes, we did increase the drops. So the way we increase the drops is by upping that percentage. Is it noticeable to players? Well, let us know. I think so. And the fact that I've picked up, what, 7 or 8 here in the last 45 minutes? But, you know, if your experience is different, let me know. Like I said, we do have that key, or the coupon for 4 as well. That does stack, so if you haven't used the other coupon, you really should have. But if you did, you can use this one too. So you get a total of 8 free keys.
Bandages and fetid dust.
Do the Eternal Candies timers keep running when you are logged out? That's a good question. I think they do. I don't know, though. I think they do. Actually, I'm going to use this shrine. Might as well get my rages. Actually, no, you just buffed us. Never mind. I don't know. I'm gonna have to test out that candy thing and find out. I don't actually know the answer to that. Sorry. If someone has experience with that during the preview or Lamania, let me know in chat. I'd be happy to pass the word along. No, we're not giving out another plus 2 plus 5 hearts. That was a one-time thing. They don't stack with the keys you find, yes. The lasting Night Revels keys from the DDO store are different from the regular Night Revels keys that you get as a drop. If you look at the description of them, the lasting ones are just that, lasting. They don't disappear when the event is over. And the obvious reason for that is if you're going to spend money on the DDO store item, we're not going to have the item disappear at the end of the year. But that's why they don't stack, because they are technically separate items, even though they serve the same purpose.
The gate opens, revealing a courtyard and a ladder. Dark creatures begin to appear from the shadows.
Yeah, you'd like elemental auras for like a character and that sort of thing too. That would be pretty rad. I don't know. Might be. I don't see why we couldn't. I mean, we basically have like the shadow scale effect on a cosmetic armor. Seems like something that might be doable. Oh, dang it. Can you run the Halloween event if you are not epic? Yes. We offer various level bands for it. You have to be at least level 7, and we are aware of the feedback from folks who would prefer it to be otherwise. But at least up until this point, that's the way it is for this year's event. But yes, there you can run at from level 7 all the way up to, we have challenge rating 35. So. Any tips to fight the Lich? Not really. I haven't had much success in there either. Kill it quick.
Shifts to look towards you and groans.
And yes, you'll find this in House Jarasco, Dalera's graveyard, in the Eberron side. If you just sort of head over to where Dalera's graveyard is, which is sort of located real close to where the guild airship portal is, you'll be right there. Let me pop over to YouTube quick, see what we got here. Am I playing on a PC? Yes. Alan C. from our YouTube chat says to recast these as challenges is a bit of a stretch. We addressed this, I guess, a little bit last Friday, but these are challenges only to the extent that they use the challenge technology to give you a wide range of levels from which to run it at. If you'll notice when you run through the quests, you basically 5-star all of them by completing the quest, and that's by design. The addition of the reason they're challenges, like I say, is so that you can be from level 7 all the way up to 30, to run these in a more granular fashion for ingredient returns, rather than, say, having like a Devil Assault style where it's one on normal, one on hard, one on elite. And then similar for epic. So that's why it's done. So in many ways, they are a little bit of a special snowflake. They are really as much quests as they are challenges, but they're challenges to the extent that you can run it at any level above 7. The Purple Dragon Knight top level favor reward should be a 2-way Evening Star key with a reduced cooldown. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Yes, we will be getting the coupon out on Twitter and Facebook on that. I'm live streaming right now, so not getting it out there, but I will do that this afternoon. Alright, looks like I'm caught up on YouTube chat there. And again, sorry, I really need to have an extra screen so that I don't have to keep flipping back and forth there a little bit. It's something I'm working on. Cranky the Eighth Dwarf asks, does the draft drop keys as well as candy in other areas or just the candy? Steelstar mentioned that on the forums, and the answer was just the candy, not the keys. Can we expect any upgraded or new items from the Rezia Ice Games this year? No. Sorry. Yeah, by the way, Shoemaker wants to get the word out that the DDO Wiki has had a website update. If you have any questions, get in touch with them. It's nice to see the wiki getting an update. Why do the keys only stack to 10? Urlock asks. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask about that after the live stream here today. Can you jump over to the other roof? Maybe? Nuke the Lich. Yeah, basically. Is there a way to keep the lower levels out of the upper level areas? Not really. The idea is that if you're too low level, you're probably going to die. But other than that, we do have it available. I mean, I would never say never on Rezia, just not for this year. Um, we've been working on Night Revels and Epic Shroud and everything else going on, so the time to work on item and green steel and stuff. So the available resources to also do a new tier of the ice games just isn't there. Do we have Epic Shroud right now, by the way? No. Right now, Shroud is just in Heroic. It'll be coming in Epic. We'll have an Epic Shroud here with Update 29. People have asked since the patch is out, when's Update 29? We don't have an exact time to announce. Our plan is to have it out by the end of the year. But stay tuned. We'll let you know. And it will have a preview on the Mania, like usual. It's true that lower level guys will spawn lower level mobs in higher level instances. That's just an unfortunate thing. Yep. So. Alright. Let's see, we're about ready to wrap it up. Let me respond to this real quick. Alright, thank you very much for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDOstream and youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. We'll be back later on this afternoon. Gemini166 will be back with DDO as she is played. We'll be getting archives out on Twitch and YouTube today. On Thursday, what do we have going on Thursday? Maybe Evil Doer will be streaming. We have Pikers Anonymous on Friday. I'll be back for Fridays at 4. And you can find our full schedule on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Hope you have fun in the Night Revels. By the way, I didn't mention the bonus days this week. Tomorrow, late morning Eastern Time, we should kick off our +2 loot boost for DDO bonus days, so you can look forward to that as well. We do have a guide for the Night Revels if you want to find out what you can get and how to run it. That can be found on DDO.com in our game guide section. You can also find links to it on social media. Don't forget to check out that coupon for 4 free Night Revels keys. And make sure to give us any feedback you'd like to on the event here on Twitch or on the DDO forums. Till next time, everyone, have fun. See you around.